Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. There's lots of stuff up there that might interest you. Okay, we're going to cook this chicken, then we're going to make the sauce. Right, I've got here some cornstarch or corn flour, which is the same thing, just different names depending where you come from. Now I've cut my chicken breasts. I've got boneless, skinless chicken breast that I've cut like that. It's really ultra thin, as you can see. Now in this corn flour, it's very highly seasoned. I've got salt and pepper. There's quite a lot of black pepper in there. There's some chili powder in there. If you don't want that kick, maybe use a bit of paprika, sweet paprika. There's a little bit of food colour in there, a red food colour, and some garlic powder. So all you got to do is play around with it and get it exactly how you want, really. So in goes all our chicken. And just a warning, if you are going to use the food colour like me, you're going to get it on your hands. I don't really mind that, but you might want to wear some gloves or something. So we're going to double coat this because we're going to get all our chicken coated first. Then we're going to put it in some egg wash, and then we're going to re-dip it. Okay, that's a decent amount of covering we've got there. Grab these few stragglers. Okay, egg wash. Just a couple of eggs beaten. So the idea is we're going to dip into the egg, then back into our cornstarch. I'll see you when that's all done. Okay, so I've got a wok on here. I've got a fair amount of oil in there, which is heating up really nicely. Right, here's our chicken. As you can see, that colour's really come through. I mean, it's a bit of a fiddly job, but it's really worth it. Now simply, we're going to drop in our chicken. We're going to cook this until it's fairly crispy. I mean, the chicken itself will cook so fast because of it's so thin. And this is just going to be so delicious, really worth the effort. I'm not just throwing it all in one time because I want them to be nice and individual. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a clumpy thing anyway because we're going to add a real sort of sticky sauce to it. Just trying to get rid of this excess cornstarch or flour. That's fine. Now let's just cook this. Give it a little stir every now and then like I'm doing. But I reckon just 2 to 3 minutes more now. And it's going to be lovely. I'll be back then, I'll see you then. Okay, that was like 2 or 3 minutes. It's nice and crispy now. I'm going to turn off the heat. We're going to take all this chicken out. We're going to set it to one side. Then we're going to make the sauce to go over it. And like I said, this is heavily seasoned. You can put in what you like really, but I find the combination that I've done works best for me. That chili really works, to be honest. It's got a nice kick to it. Because the sauce we're going to add is fairly sweet. We're going to be adding honey and orange. So there you go. There's our beautiful chicken. I'm going to get that on some kitchen paper just to dry it a little bit more. I'll see you at the next stage. Okay, so for the sauce, I've got a separate wok here, a completely different wok, and in there, as you can see, I've got some orange juice. I've got about 1.5 cups of freshly squeezed orange juice. I'm also now going to add in some ginger and garlic, fresh ginger and fresh garlic sliced. I'm going to add in a little bit of dried chili, red chili, you could use fresh. Then I've got some star anise there. I'm also adding the rind, or the zest, the skin, off about, that's about 2 of the oranges. We're going to add now some black pepper. Just give this a mix. We need to bring this to the boil, and then we're going to simmer it. We need it to sort of reduce a little bit. But what's going to happen is all of those, that chili, that garlic, everything we've just added is going to really seep in there and release their flavours into that juice. So bring it to the boil, then turn it down. I'll be back by then anyway. See you in a couple of minutes. Okay, so that's boiled and is now on a simmer. And I want to simmer this for about another 5 minutes to reduce it down a little bit more. I'll be back then. Okay, now that's reduced somewhat. Let's add some spring onions. Now a nice glug of honey. Let's give this a stir. Turn the heat up. I'm going to cook this for like 1 minute. I'll be back then. Okay, I've turned the heat off. I've just tasted that. It's supremely sweet. The oranges taste fantastic. The honey's obviously doing its job. That chili's giving it a lovely kick. And all of those other flavours, especially that black pepper as well, really works. Quite an intense sauce like that. You wouldn't want to have it just like this, but what we're going to do now is drop in all of our lovely chicken and simply glaze that around. That will soak up all of them juices. It will still remain quite crispy as well. There you go. Serve that, drain off any excess liquid. We don't want too much liquid in there. And that's ready to eat. And that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.